B-Sides on air on location at Outside Lands 2019. We are joined by the lovely gentlemen of Bob Moses.
Hello.
Tom and Jimmy.
Yes.
Thanks for your time.
Of course, man.
Great to see you guys again.
Great to see you
Good to
too.
see you
It's been
too.
a little while and a lot has changed.
Yes.
Your hair got longer.
Yes.
Really?
I think you have
It
more.
got longer
is
than
shorter.
shorter, and then longer and shorter. It goes on various journeys.
But then as time goes on as well, you're getting shorter as well.
Yes. Eventually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You shrink over time.
We're the
We're
incredible
talking about
shrinking
science
men.
here. We're talking about, there's a lot we did
Your
before the
ears- I
interview. We're
think your
talking about
ears-
science.
Your ears grow. That's the one thing that continues.
I got really small ears, so that's good. Hopefully by
For
the time
now.
I'm like,
Actually, it's the people with the small ears when they're young get the longest ears
they get
when
the
they're
nice
old.
ears when they're old.
Yeah.
Did you do the face app where they had the...
Yeah, that's scary.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
I'm still not entirely unconvinced that's like some global government scam to get everyone. So I was a little scared.
It's
I'm
the-
becoming increasingly more paranoid as the years go on.
It's the Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They want to know what you're going to be like at 64.
Yeah.
exactly.
Congrats on all the success and everything that you've
Thank you.
gotten
Thank you.
over the past 2 years. We last spoke at ACL, I think in 2016 or
Yep.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
Nailed it.
right? Yeah.
ACL
And-
was fun.
Yeah. And so, I mean, looking back over the last couple years, do you smile and
Oh
say,
yeah.
wow, or do you say, that's cool, but no, I got a plan?
I mean, there's always more to
All
do,
of the
but you
above.
gotta always, every once in a while, you gotta enjoy the journey. It's not about always where you're going, you know? Sometimes I think a lot of people get stressed out about I've gotta get here and do this and have this, but it's really about getting there that's so fun. Some
Yeah.
of the most fun parts that we laugh about in retrospect are some of the most difficult times, like the time you get delayed for 12 hours or whatever. Like those are the times you laugh about, you know? It's fun. You can't have, you gotta have the good and the bad. So, we look back and smile and laugh, and we got tons of stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Philosophy with Jimmy Valance. I mean, what more
I don't
can
know if
say?
Tom agrees here.
I do agree. I just brings a smile to my face to hear him
What
say
is
that.
what is the situation? Name a situation where it was just an awful experience at the time, and now you're grinning.
Remember that Detroit thing when we got stuck for 17 hours on the plane?
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
But that was just there's two types of bad situation. There's one where you're just getting home, which is kind of okay, at least you're home. But then there's one where you you get on stage and you just make the show, and then we just played in Madrid, and we just everybody's flights got canceled, and we weren't gonna make the show, and then we took a flight without our tech, and so we landed 20 minutes before the show, and we set up our own stuff, and I was getting changed backstage after, just getting ready, and we went on, and then it was the crowd was going nuts, and it was a super great show, and we had this little moment on stage, this is why we do it, because we were super stressed right up until we
no
go on.
sleep. We didn't think we were going to get on our flight.
We didn't even have power on stage until
It was
3 minutes before the showtime.
Everything that could have gone
Yeah, that's
wrong,
pretty
2 minutes till showtime, went wrong.
Wow.
And then the show was amazing. And it's
Yeah.
that's why you do it, because
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're playing the festival during a 3-day event. I don't know who you caught leading up to it, but you got Paul Simon later.
That's nuts.
And I feel like that's somebody that people kind of sweep under the rug when they talk about the legends.
He's amazing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, that drum beat, every drummer, a lot of them grow up trying to learn that. Paul Simon has an amazing session drummer that he plays with named Steve Gadd. And Steve Gadd invented this crazy drum beat for that song. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. Try and play it if you're a drummer. It's way harder than it sounds. But he's a legend.
Yeah. I think he's written a few songs that are in best songs of all time realm. So I don't know. I was surprised to see him as a headliner on the festival, just because I don't know how festival music a lot of the time it's a bit more party and stuff. I don't know. I'm curious to see what sort of set he brings, because I saw him when I was at the Berklee College of Music for a year. I saw him. He came and gave a talk, a little performance.
Oh, really?
And I saw him just him and his guitar sort of talking about his life and stuff. He played a couple songs, but it was more of a this is how you do it sort of thing. So that's been my only time I've ever seen him, and I was whoa, legend.
What was a big takeaway from that? Do you remember anything about it at all, or?
I remember him talking about how he went to wherever it was, Africa or something, and got these drums and really so I had always sort of thought of him as just a songwriter, but I really saw that he had the whole vision for all the sound and everything,
Yeah.
which I thought was cool. Like that sort of like, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, cool.
Yeah, he's an amazing songwriter,
Yeah.
and you know, the thing is that you got Kygo, you got Flute. You know, when you put the lineup all together, like you said, in the festival environment, it's like, you know, okay, we're really going to school the
He's
kids
an outlier
Yeah,
there.
totally.
Yeah.
right? So that I'm putting it in that context, as
Totally.
right.
Sometimes when like we get on festivals where it's like if it's super heavily EDM and we play as like a band, we have this joke where we call it feeding people their vegetables. It's kind of like open wide. Here comes the Paul Simon airplane. You gotta get your vitamins in you. You know?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Final question. There's a big Facebook group that has 2 million people signed up to go raid Area 51
Oh, yeah.
in September. We're almost a month away. Are you interested? Do you believe in the aliens? What do you think is going to happen?
He's all about
Oh,
this.
you're all about it.
I mean, like,
I'll
I
let
just
him
think
answer.
it's hilarious because it's like it's just so funny that something like this has happened. I don't think there's anything there, man. I think like part of me wants there to be, you know, but I just think it's like a great. I mean, Joe Rogan's kind of responsible for this. I kind of watch him a lot, but like, I don't know. It's not a good idea. I wouldn't mess with the U.S. military. I wouldn't
Yeah,
just like
don't go
blindly
raiding.
run at the U.S. military. It's not smart.
They said they're going to Naruto run.
Yeah, which is hands behind the back. Just go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I don't think that's a smart idea. I also don't think that like there's that much as much hidden from us as we think. Like if there were aliens, everybody would know about it.
Maybe we're
Yeah.
some of them.
They're lurking about right here.
They're amongst us.
Well, I can't wait to see you on the live stream
Yeah.
because you know they're going to do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. And you're going to be watching with me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip the bus
We'll get some
tour.
popcorn.
I'm
There's
gonna,
Jimmy.
yeah.
There's Jimmy.
Jimmy just
Oh.
got taken out. All right.
Awesome to see you guys
You
again.
too, man.
Nice to
And
see you too, man.
appreciate the time.